Hello and welcome. Now, it always amazes me how often so-called writers use excuses. They blame their lack of progress on something that they call writer's block. Now, my father would have said that a poor workman always blames their tools, but let's not go there. So, what do they mean exactly by writer's block? Perhaps they can't commit their words to paper, or more likely, their words are not coming out as they would hope. They're not achieving the quality of output they desire. So today, I'm going to share 12 powerful techniques to get you writing. These tips and techniques that I use on a daily basis. They keep my writing and thought pattern fluid. Every one of these tips will help you get started, whatever you're writing, if of course you use them. So here they are. Tip 1. Warming up your mental muscles. Now, top level athletes know the value in warming up before they try to compete. Without a warm up, they won't reach peak performance, or even worse, they could pull a muscle or damage themselves. It helps to warm up your writing skills also. The first thing I do before starting work is to write. Generally, I spend a minimum of 10 minutes writing in my daily journal. I write anything just to get into the flow. And this builds my enthusiasm and sharpens my passion. So try it out for yourself. Even if you write for an hour solid, it doesn't matter if it helps you write well. This is a good investment of your time. Tip 2, try writing something else. If you start to dry up and the words aren't flowing, don't stop. It's essential that you keep going. When you have momentum, just don't lose it. Just change the subject matter. Perhaps write something that you really enjoy, or have a good rant and moan on social media. Write a friend a letter or an email. Keep going until you feel ready to restart your project. Tip 3, write your way through it. If you're not writing well, then the answer is simple. Write badly until things start to improve. Just work your way through it. Stay with it until things start to improve. Just don't give up. Tip 4, take lots of breaks. Now, if you write in short bursts, I promise you'll be far more productive. Now, my way of writing is to write a little and change the activity for just a minute or two, and then I go back to my project. I generally find I can work on 2 or 3 things at the same time. I'll be writing and then an idea comes to me. Now, as ideas don't stay in my mind for very long before disappearing, I take the time to scribble them down immediately. I keep a notepad right beside me here, and I scribble the ideas down straight away. No one wants to lose a valuable idea. Or I answer a family friend or member on Messenger in between paragraphs. For me, I find this works really well, and I can hold multiple conversations at the same time. Just try it out for yourself and see if it works for you. Tip 5, listen to music as you write. Here in the UK, I listen to classical music radio while I'm writing. More recently, Scala radio, which I find is a great background to my work. When I'm abroad, I tune into it via the internet. There's lots of evidence to back up the fact that music aids concentration. Once again, give it a try. Tip number 6, and this is one of the best. Carry a dictaphone with you. This is a little cheap digital dictaphone, and I think it costs about $15, $16. And I have 3 or 4 of them. I keep one in my car. I keep one by my bed and one by the bathroom. In fact, I have 5 or 6 actually. I keep another one in my pocket because I use them all the time. Now, thoughts and ideas come to you regularly. They all come to you for a good reason. Let me repeat that. Thoughts and ideas come to you for a good reason. Generally, they'll stay with you for just moments before disappearing again. Then they'll evaporate faster than water in a hot desert unless you capture them. You'll see ideas everywhere, and when you start practicing using a dictaphone, you'll get more and more ideas than you'll ever believe. These in turn trigger other valuable thoughts and ideas, so record them quickly. You'll be glad you did so. Digital dictaphones, as I've already mentioned, are really expensive. Without doubt, mine are my most useful tools for productivity. I think you'll find the same thing. Tip 7, write lots of starts. Now, whatever you're writing, a good beginning is absolutely essential. If it captures your reader's interest, then it frames what follows and it gets results. For that reason, I often write quite a few beginnings, occasionally dozens of them. I find this really important. It's a great investment of my time. And I soon find one or write one that is much better than the rest. So it's encouraging and gratifying and something that helps me go forward. Write the climax or the ending first. Even work or write backwards. Writing the climax first may make you recognize many interesting twists and ideas. Then everything will fall into place. Sometimes writing other scenes first will trigger other ideas. It'll make you think very differently. Don't criticize this until you've tried it. For me, it works. Tip 9, read as much as possible. There is so much excellent writing out there for you to experience. So many styles, tricks, and techniques that you should be aware of. Try and read for a minimum of 10 minutes or so every single day, much more if that's possible. I prefer to read short stories and short books. Right now, I'm reading all of Roald Dahl's short stories. For me, they're inspiring and they trigger lots of ideas. So please remember, the man who can read but doesn't is no better off than the man that can't read at all. Don't waste his skill. Tip 10, start again tomorrow. Now, sometimes whatever you do doesn't work. Let me say that again. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. Occasionally, this happens to everyone, including me. When this happens, put it on one side for a day or two. Generally, this gives you the time to think subliminally and rethink everything out. It provides you the time to mentally catch up. Come back to it a couple of days later and everything suddenly and by magic starts to work. You should do the same with your first and second drafts. Please remember, you can improve absolutely anything. Tip 11, write it on a notepad. I keep 3 or 4 of these by the side of me for different reasons. Most of my writing is on a computer. Usually, and for most of the time, this works for me perfectly well. However, sometimes, especially if I'm struggling for ideas, then I write on a letter-sized notepad with a fountain pen. The fountain pen makes all the difference. I just love the way the letters flow. It's a refreshing change, and generally the ideas just fly out for me. They say that variety is the spice of life, so give it a go. Tip 12, free writing. Generally, I'm very pedantic. I outline everything. I do this on an electronic mind map. I come up with far more ideas than I can ever use. I just select the best for my project. Sometimes, though, I just get an idea and I can't be bothered to plan it all out, to outline it. I just sit down and start writing it. I get stuck in and make it happen. Yes, this breaks all of the rules and traditional wisdom. However, and there again, this is creativity and there are no rules. Just do what works. Okay, there you have it. My 12 rules or my 12 ideas for overcoming writer's block. Just go and make it happen. So do you have any comments or questions? Because if you do, you can write them directly below this video. What I'd like to know is if you enjoyed this video. If you did, can you please give me the blue thumbs up below? And by the way, please subscribe to this channel as well. If you do so, I'll keep you up to date with all the new videos I'm going to make. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it for you. So until next time, have a great day.